shouting match in Senate over Tinubu's tax reform bill. At the plenary, the Senate snowballed into anger and shouting match as the controversial tax reform bill surfaced for debate despite not being captured on the order paper. Trouble started when the Senate leader, Michael Bamidele Opeyemi, invoked Order 12-1, suspending the Senate rules to allow the chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service to give clarification on tax reform bill. The Senate leader's submission was corroborated by Deputy Senate President Jubril Barau, who presided over the session. It was approved that the Federal Inland Revenue Service chairman and other tax experts be allowed into the Senate chamber by the Sergeant at Arms. This immediately aroused Senator Muhammad Ali Ndume anger as he drew the attention of the senator to the relevant provisions in the Senate rule. Ndume argued that visitors, such as the Federal Inland Revenue Service delegation, are forbidden to speak in the chamber if their subject matter was not captured on the order paper for legislative debate. My own issue, capture on the order paper for legislative debate. This for me, on the tax reform, everyone has been clamoring, talking about it, and majority does not even have detailed information about what the thing is all about. It's only the news that we are hearing. The Northern Governors Forum don't want it. The Northern Elders Forum don't want it. The traditional rulers in the North don't want it. Most of the issues that are being raised is just sensational. Ndume, as an experienced senator, should allow the people that are talking about the tax reform to come so that everybody, I'm sure it's going to be recorded, people will know, they will listen, and even the chamber, that is why they are representative of the people. Some of them, I'm sure they have not read anything about the reform. So it's an opportunity for them to listen and even ask questions that will help everybody to know where the government is going. Must always raise an issue when there is none. Honestly, it's not the best for us in this dispensation. Ndume is experienced enough. I know he's aggrieved, maybe because of the information that he has. But he should have allowed everybody, to hear what they want to say. And so that we put our own judgment whether the government is trying to do abracadabra before everybody or just to do things that will favor them. Ndume insisted that the matter was too important to be manipulated and the Senate should not in any way play around the tax reform bill as Nigerians have spoken. He said, this is a very important matter. We should not in any way try to use the position of the Senate because the order paper is clear. I have no problem having them to come to explain whatever, but we must follow known procedures. That is, if today that has to be taken, there must be a supplementary order paper that will reflect this. It is not a matter that you will just come and tell us after we are doing business of the day. Mr. President, you can have your way, but I will have my say. You can use your gavel, and I will use my voice. The tax reform bill is very sensitive. Our people have been dominated by this matter. When you say it is a matter of urgent national importance, yes. But even those matters normally refer to another legislative day if they are so inconvenient. I beg you in the name of God, this matter is very important to not only us, but Nigerians that will represent, I will swear by the Bible and the Quran, that will represent the interests of the people. Nigerians have spoken, the governors, the National Economic Council. Barau insisted that whatever action the Senate decides to take is within its rules, adding that the chamber has no time for rhetoric. He said, you have made your point. Now it is time to hear the facts. The chamber became rowdy when the Senate President tried to restore order. Ndume was eventually ruled out, and the chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service and other tax experts were allowed to the chamber to speak on the proposed tax reform bill. Nigerians need to know more, and that's another one platform for Nigerians to know about this tax reform bill that is raising concern, especially from one part of the country. Yes, the ghost Ndume, posterity will exonerate you and bless you and your generation. For those who are bent on strangulating and sniffing life out of the poor, God is watching all of you. If you don't accept tax reform bill, you accept the two badly outcomes. We want a total restructuring of Nigeria into a regional autonomous system of government, not this reform they are talking about. The tax reform is the best that this government has brought forward. Northern Nigerians believe that they own this country. A tax reform bill that will stimulate economic activities in the subnational is being heated, contested by a section of this country who want to feed continually with 14 bottles. They don't want to brace up to face present reality in the country. This is rather unfortunate. Only Ndume understands his position in the chamber. Others are just there for their selfish interests. Are you sure? They want to borrow money again. Is that the cause of the problem? Understand what is going on, my friend? There is need for reform in every sector of Nigeria, including on taxes. This is not a matter of north or south. Tinubu has come to take this country for a ride. Let nobody say we didn't see it coming. The man Ndume is enemy of this nation. Free money, don't sweet and die. The same man introduced all his children to giant organization in Nigeria without helping anyone apart from his children in the state and local government. I don't know why the Northerners are always against anything that will make this country move forward. Ndume, tax reform is of urgent need, but the hunger and insecurity and other matters affecting the lives of poor masses is not of urgency to you guys. I don't really understand the biased comments about this. Ndume is just crying wolf where there's none. He knows that at the end of the day, everybody, every state will benefit based on their contribution and not based on what they are getting for free for now. This is the best reform Nigeria has ever had introduced in tax reform. The National Assembly just has to amend and cross the T's where necessary. It is important for National Assembly to know the content of the tax paper. Yeah, some of them, I'm sure, they have not read it. They are just hearing about it in the news and maybe reading it in the newspaper. But the detail of that content of that tax reform, majority of them don't know anything about it. Well, what is your take? Nigeria has spoken. Is Ndume right? We like the way he reacted even on this matter. Kindly make your opinion known as you subscribe, like, and share this channel. Thank you.